Let her
Oh
be
my God.
fighting me alone by herself.
I wasn't
This one,
fighting with you.
and she couldn't even
I
tell
was
me
telling
to
the
my
truth.
face.
Hey guys, it's your girl Okwe and welcome to the All Shows Nigerian channel where I review reality TV shows now. If you are new here, I gave a full explanation of the reason why I'm changing from or diverting from reviewing just Nollywood movies to now reviewing just reality shows. So if you want to know the reason why, please go and watch the video before the previous video so understand why I'm making that change and what to expect moving forward on my channel. But I don't want to really waste much time in housekeeping because in the last video I realized that I was going way too long with my what's it called, explanations and everything, when I could have just referenced the first video that I gave this year explaining everything. So if you want to get that whole feel of everything, that whole explanation, please go and watch that video. It is titled I think announcement or something. So yeah, watch that to understand the whole situation regarding the trajectory of the channel. But with that being said, today I will be reviewing the new season 3 of Young, Famous and African. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I am also going to be reviewing Real Housewives of Lagos, and that video dropped a few days ago. So if you are interested in Real Housewives of Lagos as well, please click off this video or watch this video first and then click the video on my review for the first episode of Real Housewives of Lagos and you know like that video. If you like it, comment, subscribe, whatever, everything, like it would make a difference in my channel and I would really appreciate it. But yeah, I will be reviewing episode 1 of Young, Famous and African. I believe there are like 8 episodes in this season. Yeah, there are 8 episodes, so I would be doing my reviews per episode. So for today's video, it would just be episode 1 because that episode is like almost an hour long, and yeah, definitely just going to be doing one episode per review. So in terms of the summary from last season, I believe we ended with what did we end with? I think we ended with Two-Face and Annie renewing their vows, right? Um, what's his name? Fantana and what's his name? Diamond having unresolved, well, sexual chemistry or whatever. Like I don't know. I don't know what to place them as. I remember in the last episode, Diamond was flying somewhere and she came to see him as he was boarding his private jet or whatever, and they shared a kiss. Like I don't know what's going on between Fantana and Diamond, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out in this season. Um, what else? I know that Annie and Abby Swanky, what's his name? Annie and Swanky made up eventually towards the end because of Andile. I think I remember that. I can't remember what happened with the other ladies. I believe Kaylee and her fiance or boyfriend, I can't remember his name also. Oh my god, I need to actually refresh my memory with this about this show because I seem to have forgotten a lot of them's names. But yeah, I know that there was a fake proposal last season with Kaylee and her boyfriend or whatever their situation is. Again, their whole situation is also confusing. Just a lot of unanswered questions and suspense that circulated towards the end of season 2. So I am definitely looking forward to season 3. Hopefully we get a lot of eye-opening like revelations, information. I know that there are new people that are in this season. I'm very happy that Inyedo is cast in this season. I hope that this show brings good light to her though, because this show, I liked Annie from the beginning and all that, and then we started to see layers into her marriage and I was just like, okay, I don't know, I feel like my girl is kind of confused and is in a very weird situation with her husband where she's like just taking his crap essentially. So that kind of like made me see a different side of Annie, like kind of being a pushover sometimes in her relationship and like just her relationship in general being very weird. So I just hope that this show doesn't taint Iniedo's like what's it called, Iniedo's fame and all those type of things. Like I hope nothing bad, it doesn't bring bad light to her and all that. But I'm very excited to see her on my screen.
If you are in Nigeria and you do not know who Iniedo is, go back into the rock that you were living in for the past 20 plus years.
Because Iniedo is a huge name in the Nollywood industry, specifically like old Nollywood and everything. You know, one of the best actresses of her time and all that. So it's nice to see her again grace our screens. I know there are a couple of other people that are new here as well. I believe Zari is dating someone, if not engaged or married to someone in this season as well because of the trailer. So in general, I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens in this season. So, with all that being said, like I said in the beginning, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the video. And let's get into this review. Damn, we're already starting very spicy. One thing about the cast of Young, Famous, and African, they definitely know how to show up and show out. Fashions, scenes, what's it called, events, and all that, glitz, glam, everything. So I really love that this show portrays Africa in that light because some people out here, especially in North America, have just a very weird perception of what Africa is, and I'm happy that there are shows like this that actually showcase Africa, the real Africa, rather than what they were taught or you know, told, growing up here. So that's one reason why I really love this show. Who is pregnant? Okay. It seems like, what's his name? Diamond has his eyes set on one of the new girls from the trailer. So that is interesting. Diamond has his eyes set on every thing that dresses like a lady that comes into the show. Literally, a monkey could literally walk into this scene with slit and everything, high heels and everything, and Diamond is gonna trail after her. Like Diamond is literally sometimes he moves like someone that cannot be controlled, like someone that like a teenage boy who is still going through the what's it called, his hormones. Like I don't understand. Like Diamond, you're like probably in your 40s or something. Grow up. Like you can't be acting like this every single time a lady walks into the room. It's kind of disgusting. Seems like Zari actually gets married. Like I just saw a clip of her wearing like a kind of wedding look, traditional wedding looking thing. So that's interesting, and I kind of saw a glimpse of her, I guess, fiance or husband, whatever they are in this season. He seems okay. It's not bad looking. Okay, and he has a voice. So we're gonna hear from him more, I guess. Wait, Zari still wants to be with Diamond? Oh, this is spicy. Oh, this is spicy. What? Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a hot season and I'm here for it. Give me 20 more seasons. Just from the trailer, give me 20 more seasons. I'm invested. I'm here. Oh, so she does get married. She does get married then. Because she's saying that she's getting married to the love of her life. Interesting. Okay, congratulations, Zari. One thing about Zari, she knows how to slay anything she wears. Like, I'm always looking forward to her confessional looks. I feel like out of all the ladies, she's the one that dresses the most well. Like, in my opinion, I really love her dress sense and dress style. And yeah, she definitely embodies boss lady when it comes to her fashion looks. Okay, Annie has landed. Okay, that is really good. I feel like the fact that she got an invite to Zari's wedding is kind of a, it gives us hope to Zari and his relationship this season, because I know that in the past seasons they've always had it rough. Like they make up and then they eventually fall out, and then they make up and then they fall out. So hopefully this season is different. Hopefully they are finally able to bury whatever hatchet was has been the issue and finally move on completely without looking back. So I feel like her giving her um an invite to her wedding is an extension of that olive branch, in my opinion. Well, that was very short lived. My hopes were very short lived. Clearly, Annie still has reservations on Zari, but she does say that she has like there are snakes in the group. I thought that she settled things with Swanky last season. Did I feel like it was the most genuine way? No, but I didn't think that it would be so big of a deal that literally 5 minutes into the episode, she's already like talking about snakes being in the group. So clearly things are not as they seem or as they were in season two, and there would probably still be some tension brewing with Annie and some of the castmates. I also think her and Shani kind of fell out in season two, if I remember, where like Kanye felt like Annie wasn't as close to her as before, and it was kind of awkward with them. I know for sure that Nadia never saw it for Annie. Maybe that's who she's talking about in terms of being a snake. Nadia never really saw it for Annie, but I don't think they really got into it last season with each other. I think they all had their individual beefs with other people, so we didn't really get to see them maybe resolve anything, or have serious conversations or have deep conversations to get to the bottom of their own issues with each other. So hopefully they're able to do that in this season. Oh gosh. Zari clearly invited everyone. Fantana is still here. Lord. If Zari could invite Fantana, Zari invited the whole world. I was invited too. That's the case. Because, yeah, if Fantana was able to be invited after the kind of venomous wars that they spewed to each other last season, everybody was invited to this wedding. Clearly, she was just extending the invite. She was doing her Oprah. She had her Oprah on.
You get an invite, you get an invite, you get an invite, you get an invite.
That was clearly what was going on in Zari's mind because, yeah, for her to get an invite is insane. Right, you both. I don't like how when people have beef and they're asked about what started the beef, it's like, oh, it now becomes like one sided, like, oh, this person did me wrong. No, you both did each other wrong. Let's be real, let's be honest. You both said things and did things to each other that clearly got you guys to where you are today. So don't make it one sided. Two people started this and two people have to resolve it. Two people have to apologize. So I just hate when people can't take accountability for their actions and just tend to blame other people for things. Yes, the other person may be at fault, but you were equally what's it called? Responsible for how things turned out as well. I'm happy too for Zari. I feel like she deserves it. Well, your friend, Nadia, definitely warned you. Everybody warned you. Swanky warned you. So you still falling for what's his antics, Diamond's antics, is on you. To be honest, that was dumb of you. Everybody else warned you. You were just the one that was being stubborn. Anytime Swanky comes on my screen wearing whatever he wears, I'm just like, what is going on? He looks like he's from a completely different planet. Like, bro, what do you have on? What in the windshield is going on your eye? It doesn't even look good. Like, it just looks too costumey, in my opinion. It doesn't look couture. It just looks like he's throwing a bunch of things on him just to have a moment. Like, I don't know. It's not given to me. Okay, so his name is Naked. I forgot his name when I was talking about him in the beginning, but basically, yes, I remember that in the ending of that episode of last season, they had their fake proposal, but then eventually he asked her to move, not to marry him, but to move into his apartment. He gave her the keys to his apartment. I guess that is a big deal on his part for her. I am honestly surprised why this chick is still with this guy. Clearly, he's not taking her seriously, and clearly, she doesn't have enough self esteem to leave. She definitely deserves better than him. She's an attractive lady, she's intelligent, smart. I do not understand why she's still with Naked. Clearly, he doesn't want to commit to you. When are you going to get it? Are you really? Right, you're always going to want more with him. Hey, my guy. Oh, yes, Louis. I hated the way they treated Louis last season, so I'm hoping that he has more of a backbone this season and doesn't allow them to bully him in situations. But Louis was like for me the breakout star for last season, and I'm looking forward to see what he has in store for us in this season. Zari's full name is Zarina. Zarina, that's a very nice name. Very different. I'm guessing Zari is from Zimbabwe, or is she from Tanzania? I can't remember, but Zarina sounds like such a sweet name. Get ready. So, Naked, Nadia, and Fantana have arrived the wedding event, and they are currently conversing. Okay, Swanky is here now. Are you delusional? Nothing was resolved really last season. I feel like everyone was fake last season, even with their resolutions. So Swanky expecting things to be peaceful with this group is top level delusion. So he also has the same reservations as Annie. So I guess they are both on the same page when it comes to them knowing that the apology that they gave each other last season was clearly not sincere. Too soft for me, so I like bad boys. I like the diamond band. Okay. And that's just so dumb. Y'all that be looking for bad boys are the ones that be getting the most heartbreak. Louis seems like such a genuine guy that would treat her with so much respect and love and whatever and affection, and actually be in tune with his emotions. And on the other hand, you have Diamond, who does not care, has a freaking girlfriend in another country, and is riding you along, lying to you that he doesn't have one, yet that is the guy that you go for. Us ladies need to do better with our choices when it comes to men. Like, this is just embarrassing at this point. Why would Diamond come? Anybody that thinks Diamond is going to come is stupid. Like, why would he come to his ex-wife's um wedding? Like, Diamond has so much pride. I mean, I guess some guys would to show that they support the union or whatever, but Diamond doesn't strike me as that kind of level-headed guy that would like put his ego and pride aside and come and show up for the mother of his children on her special day. He doesn't just strike me like that, so I would be surprised if he actually shows up. That's true. Annie didn't invite Annie didn't invite Zari to her vow renewal ceremony from last season, so at least Zari is being the bigger person regardless of that. Because a normal person would have been like, "Oh, she didn't invite me, so I'm not going to invite her to my own special day." But kudos to Zari for being the bigger person, extending an invite, like I said, and just trying to make peace. Could also be because she's getting married, like she's trying to like not carry drama and all those type of things. Like, she clearly has other things that are way more important going on in her life. So I can see how or see why like she would be extending olive branches to people that she doesn't in the past she didn't necessarily get along with. But your reality show stars and your girls literally popping out every time we see you is getting out of hand. Like, can't we dress in a way that doesn't extremely reveal the girls? You can tell that they are uncomfortable in the dress, and it's like, what is the point of doing that? I get that you're trying to make a moment, like be snatched and everything, but there has to be a level of snatching where it's like, I don't know, there has to be some form of boundary when it comes to snatching your body, because this looks like it's hurting you so bad. Like, I am feeling uncomfortable for you. And it was the same thing that happened in Real Houses of Lagos, where Miriam and Caroline, I'm like, what the hell are you guys wearing? Like, you guys look uncomfortable. You guys can't even sit right. You're literally sitting stiff. Why are you putting yourself through so much agony and pain just because you want to look a certain way or be portrayed a certain way to the public? It doesn't make sense to me. I am an advocate for dress comfortably, dress in a way that makes you feel comfortable, and I just always feel uncomfortable when I see people dressed like this. But to each their own, I guess. I love how everyone was just talking about Anya when she walks in. It's like, "Hey girl, hi, 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 hey, this, that." Fake. Even Swanky stood up to hug her. These people are fake. Are you? Right. Right. It's very fake. It's very fake to the point that it makes me uncomfortable because it's like you literally just talked about this chick behind her back, and when she walks into the room, everybody is like all smiley and showing all their 32 teeth and everything. Like, you guys need to be more honest with your feelings. Yeah. How do they not know the groom? But they can't. Okay. I'm not even going to get into that. How old is Zari? Let me see if I can get that. Because they said the guy is 27. Zari is. So at the time this season was filmed, Zari was like 46? Nah, the math is not mathing. Wait. If he's really 27 and she's really 40, she was really 46 at that time. That is interesting. That is very interesting. That is quite the age gap, actually. But I guess. Oh wow! Zari's first son is actually quite old. Like I thought he would be young and everything. So yeah, I guess Zari is probably in her late 40s because her son looks like he's nothing less than 20 at least. So that's interesting. Wow. I don't know why I always thought Zari was like in her 30s, like maybe late 30s, but I guess she's a lot more older than that. Right. Wow. He is. Right. Right. So we're officially getting introduced to Zari's husband, soon to be husband. I deal in minerals. I sell cars. What does that mean? I deal in minerals. Y'all be introducing yourselves in the most creative ways these days. What does that mean? I deal in minerals. Like, so he's in the oil industry or something? Oil refinement industry? What does that mean? I deal in minerals. I've never heard that saying before. I deal in minerals. Comment down below what you guys think about that. But just from looking at him, I can already tell he definitely looks younger than Zari. I don't know by how much. They claim he is 27 on the show, so I guess he is 27. But I mean, if that is what makes Zari happy, then that is what makes Zari happy. I'm happy for her regardless. To each their own. And I'm also working on my boxing career. So he deals in minerals, he sells cars, and he's a boxer. Okay, we like a multiverse king. I just hope that whatever he's in, he deals in is like legit because his answer to what he does, especially with the whole he deals in minerals. I don't know what that means. That is interesting. But he seems like a hustler from the looks of things, and I guess I don't really have much to say about it. Like, this is such a weird pairing. I didn't expect him to be Zari's kind of type, but again, we've never really seen Zari have like date anyone on the show. We know that people were trying to ship her and Andile, and clearly that didn't really work out. So it's interesting to see her with another guy now, like outside of Andile and Diamond, and see, I guess, her preference and all that. But yeah, so far he seems like an interesting guy. Why? Are you his father? Are you Zari's father? Like, why do you want to have a chat with him before the wedding? And why is the Zahib guy dressed like this? Like, aren't you supposed to be getting ready for your wedding? Are you going to be walking down the aisle with leather pants and leather jackets to marry your wife? I don't understand. Naked is crazy. No, I'm the wrong person because I ran away. Maybe you can even advise me because you know. At your big age, you are saying you run away from commitments. You should be ashamed of yourself naked. And Zahib, you shouldn't be taking advice from this guy. He's the wrong person to be giving you advice right now before your wedding. Why do you have reservations about the person that your soon-to-be wife was dealing with now, and why are you expressing it now on the day of your wedding? If these were that big of reservations in your mind, why would you go ahead to propose to her, and why would you go ahead with the wedding? Like, that was such an odd conversation to bring up now, especially when he should be getting ready for his wedding. Why are we talking about Diamond right now? So she's currently doing this still. I know in the past seasons, whenever like Diamond and Zari like conversed or met together within the group and outside of the group, it did feel like there was still some sort of like chemistry there. But I would think that she would have enough sense that now that she is engaged or like, about to get married to her husband, her soon to be husband, you would think that she would draw a line when it comes to how she relates around her baby daddy, which is Diamond. I don't know. Diamond and Zari's relationship is very weird, and it's always been weird. So I don't know. I just feel like if the soon to be husband had these reservations still and these things are still ongoing, why get into a marriage with this lady if these things, you still feel like these things are an issue in your relationship with her?
Why even propose?
What kind of questions are this on the wedding day? This is not what we should be talking about. This is not what we should be talking about right now. Cheers. Those are good words, at least. That conversation was nicely ended, or ended nicely. Annie feels like Zari may have copied her decor for her wedding. Girl, she wasn't even there. But I guess maybe she saw it through the TVs. I don't know, like, or pictures. But the chick was not even present at your wedding, so how would she have copied your theme? I just feel like majority of wedding settings or wedding themes are pretty much the same with each other. Like, it's usually the same thing: flowers, doves, white chairs, white furniture, white this, white that. So yeah, just because coincidentally she's using flowers and white chairs or whatever, like you did in your wedding, doesn't mean that she copied you, in my opinion. And I don't see Zari being as tacky as that. Now Annie, on the flip side, I could see her do something like that, but I don't know. Listen, that is Louis's girlfriend. That can't be Louis's girlfriend. I'm sorry. Yeah, she does look older than Zari. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to age shame anyone, but that cannot be Louis' girlfriend. At least I don't think so. She looks way older than Zari. She looks like someone in her 50s or 60s, and I'm pretty sure Louis is like just a little boy. So I don't know. Well, not that little of a boy, but like you get what I mean. In terms of the lady that they're showing looks way older than Louis, so that is very interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Zari looks in her dress. They haven't shown her since. The groom's Shakib looks really good. And I'm looking forward to seeing Zari, my girl. I think her daughter is the flower girl. Swear to God, I'm not trying to be spicy here. Annie is actually being a bit annoying right now because you're literally sitting behind Zari's sons, talking about their mom getting married to a younger guy and comparing him, the guy that Zari is getting married to, with Zari's oldest son. And Zari's oldest son is in hearing distance. Girl, are you dumb? Like, why are you doing that? And she's being so noticeable with it, making weird facial expressions, whispering, but clearly it's not a whisper because everybody else can hear it and everybody keeps turning to look at you. Like, what are you doing? These are the things about Annie that just irritates me. Like, why are you doing the most? Just sit down there, act fake like you were acting when you came into that room, greeting everybody as if you don't have beef with each and every one of them, and just enjoy the freaking show. Okay? Father to 5 kids, 3 of them were in my age bracket, and the other two who are close to their father, who is a super duper star. Okay, she has valid facts. Like, she's saying important things. Like, she's making sense. But I just feel like this is not the right time or the right place to say those things. So it's kind of awkward. But she is making sense with the things that she's saying. Like, is he really prepared for this? Does he know what he's getting into? This is not just a lady. This is a lady coming with her past, coming with kids, coming with an ex that is probably going to be in the mix of things because they had 2 children together. she also has older children. Like, are you really prepared for that? And he seems really young, so it's like it's a lot of responsibility. Is he really prepared for that? We'll see. Oh, she looks amazing. Boss lady for a reason. She looks amazing. She loves it. I can definitely see that. You can just see her feminine side come out more. Like, she's all giddy and soft, and I love that for my girl. If honestly this works out, I wish her all the best with her union with this guy. I hope it works out for the two of them. She does. There is definitely this difference with how she looks, just the glow and everything that comes with it. And I'm honestly in this moment happy for her and all that. And I hope that it really works out for the both of them. And that any challenges we might face, we will conquer them together. That's right. That's marriage. I promise to show you every day that I know exactly how lucky I am to have you in my life. Those were really nice vows. How about we get the party started? Period. Yeah. That's what we came here for, the food. Duh. I need to understand why she took sides. What issue? I guess she's talking about the issue with her and Swanky, and maybe because Nadia was closer with Swanky, it's like she didn't expect her to pick sides when her and Swanky were going through something. But to be honest, from what I remember, Nadia knew you through Swanky, so technically, Swanky is like, if anything, if you guys fall out, she's gonna be the person that she's gonna ride with is Swanky because she clearly has known Swanky for longer. So I feel like that's just weird for her to expect Nadia to be on neutral grounds or not take sides when Nadia just knew you like what 5 minutes ago, maybe a day ago. She's not gonna just support you when she's known this person for like XYZ amount of years. Is also kind of like double standards now because it's like Swanky also had the same reservations when he was like he didn't expect Two-Face to take the wife's side, which is kind of absurd. But that's what I mean. It's like you both are expecting people to not take sides when it's like you have people that are taking your sides as well. Like your husband was clearly on your side when you and Swanky fell out. Nadia was clearly on Swanky's side when you and Swanky fell out. So that's normal. Whenever there are three friends or whatever, or three acquaintances, and one of them falls, um, what's it called? Two of them fall out. The one person that is neutral, regardless of whatever you guys think, take sides. Like there is one person out of those people that usually one person is tending more towards. So I just feel like it's weird in this case, considering that Nadia has known Swanky for so long that Annie would expect that Nadia would show her more loyalty or something regarding the whole situation. Not saying that Swanky was right or any of them were right in their arguments from last season, but this whole argument of this person shouldn't have taken sides, that person should have taken sides doesn't make sense to me because at the end of the day, that is the normal human thing to do when a group of friends fall out. It is an uncomfortable situation to be in, but for the most part, that is what happens when friends fall out, in my opinion. Comment down below what you guys think. Nice to stop being friends of friends, and that hurts. Like, where did that come from? But technically, she is the friend. You both are friends of friends. Like, you are friends through Swanky, and you guys never gave the vibe that you guys were close like that, even before Swanky and you fell out. So I don't know why she's expecting Nadia to pick her side. They never gave that. Their friendship never gave that. They were never that close. If anything, Nadia and Annie only conversed when Swanky was around, when the three of them were getting along. I never really saw any conversations with Annie and Nadia alone outside of Swanky. So technically, he was the glue that brought the three of you together. And now that you have fallen off the rails with him, clearly she's going to stick with the one that she knows best, which is Swanky. I just don't understand how that is so hard for her to understand. And Swanky. Right. And you're also just coming at me. For what reason, Annie? We're not friends. Annie needs to learn social cues. Like, Annie needs to learn how to learn when to speak and when to address things. This was not the right moment for that. This is somebody else's wedding. If somebody else made drama in Annie's wedding, I know she would have flipped out. So the fact that she's doing this to Zari is very disrespectful. You and Nadia can have a discussion on the side later on another day. It doesn't have to be now. Very disrespectful. No, I'm a witch, babes. And honestly, oh, she called her a witch. Annie, are you fine? She's not. You're not fine, babes. No. You're not okay. I don't care what anybody says. I like Nadia. Like, I've watched a lot of reviews where people are like Nadia does too much and everything. And yes, I agree. Sometimes she does, but majority of the time she's right. And I definitely, out of all the ladies, I really like her as a person because I feel like she says what is going through each and all of us's mind in these whole situations, these awkward situations with whenever they are with each other. So Nadia is my girl. Sorry. I guess it's finally the reception. Yeah. Is that Diamond? Oh wait, that's not Diamond. Who is this? I guess we're being introduced to the second new castmate. And she looks fine. She looks amazing. She looks really good. Okay, legs. Of course. Of course. Swanky waves and you just know that's his friend. Like, I hope she's a good addition. The last addition that Swanky brought into the group last season, I think it was Bonang. Terrible flop. No, she was a huge flop in my opinion. Even though it seems like she has her own reality show or has been in other reality shows and all that, and has a huge fan base, I just feel like I don't know if it was editing, I don't know what it was, but she definitely did not hit the mark last season. She was a horrible addition and she eventually left halfway into the season, which wasn't even a good look on her part. So hopefully this new girl that Swanky has brought into the group again is different and isn't a Bonang 2.0. Her name is Kelfiwe. I wonder where that is, like what part of Africa that name is from. I guess we'll find out. I hope this time. I love my girl, Nadia. She's literally, didn't I just say that a few seconds ago? Exactly what I said. It seems like Swanky is the one that be bringing people into the group. That is exactly what I said. You guys, I love my girl Nadia. That's all I have to say about that. She's a sweet girl, and we've known each other. Okay, so she knows her, so I approve. I'm slowly approving of the girl then, if Nadia approves. If you're going to invite a plus one, can you just consult me? Right. Oh, so he didn't tell the bride or the groom that he was inviting someone? That is so tacky, Swanky. But then again, I don't expect anything less. This behavior needs to be addressed. Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. No, Annie, don't say something. Oh God, Annie, don't say anything. Why is she walking to the mic? Why? Annie. Oh my God. Please don't say anything stupid, Annie. Should I say sorry? Is she trying to cause a scene? She is. Which is weird. I just want to say to the new lady that thank you for inviting me regardless. Okay. The best chance years ago. False alarm, people. False alarm, false alarm. She did not act a fool. False alarm. She scared us there because I was like, girl, what are you trying to do? But I guess she's genuinely giving a heartfelt speech, so that is good. And you don't try that again. Genuine reasons why I did not want Zari around. She was disrespectful from the first day I met her. I just didn't want that drama with Zari at my wedding. But you are giving that drama in her own wedding. Annie, please. You know, I promise you guys, no matter what, family, friends, gossip, nada. After you were the one just gossiping now, talking about how her husband now is probably the same age as her oldest son. Annie, please. At this moment, I don't know if Annie is extremely happy for me. She's not. Does she even mean it? No, she doesn't. So this speech of Annie's doesn't make sense to me because just a few seconds ago you're tearing apart everything about the wedding. That's right. And all of a sudden it's you being grateful that she invited you to a wedding. Fake. Because you wanted to be there. Yep. I think I'll be very unsettled. Yes. I'm so beautiful. Well, Zari definitely looks very happy, and like I said, I wish them all the best, and I look forward to seeing what unfolds with their storyline this season. Soundtrack is amazing, Netflix. So wait, Diamond is back, first of all. But then again, Diamond is saying that Zari did not invite him to her wedding. But that's a lie because we literally saw a name tag on one of the seats close to Fantana with Diamond's name on it. So who is lying? We saw that. You're saying this. Were you invited? Were you not invited? That's a bit confusing now hearing him say that he wasn't invited. What? Okay, with that statement there about buying them a house, I know he's lying. Like he's definitely lying. He's just trying to be funny. Diamond, you're too old for this, I beg. Okay, so now you're saying why would you come to her wedding after she called you out on social media, but 2 seconds ago you said you were not invited in the wedding. So which is it, Diamond? Were you invited or were you not invited? Whenever this guy speaks, literally I lose some brain cells. That is the truth. Anytime Diamond speaks, I feel like my IQ decreases. So I don't know. You'll help me with this guy. Somebody help me. So Naked is meeting up with Diamond just to have a chit chat and see where his head is at after, Zari's wedding and all. How were you not invited when there was a whole seat today with your name tag on it, right? How was it invited? I don't believe Diamond when he says he wasn't invited to. Same. His name was there. Yeah. That's the way I think she was supposed to invite me. Well, I wasn't talking to. So now you're saying she invited you, but you did not like the way she invited you, so you did not show up. And in your mind, that means she didn't invite you. Bro, get a life, please. You're just a hater. Like, what does that even mean? So I felt so disrespected. You, first of all, if I remember in season 2, you disrespected her first by sharing a very intimate conversation you had with her about surrogacy with the new girl, just to get into the new girl's pants. Like, what are you talking about? If we're talking about disrespect, you disrespected Zari first, and maybe she went off on you on social media, whatever, but fact still remains is regardless, she did extend an invite to you for this wedding and you chose not to come. So don't make it sound like you were not invited, point blank, period. I just feel like Diamond is doing too much, and again, it's a case of this person did this to me when they are not looking at what they did to that person to warrant that person's reaction. Let's call a thing a thing. I expected her to act or to react more mature than what she did. But come on, guys, the social media thing was. But she was right to be angry because even after that whole situation where he tells Fantana about whatever conversation they had together, and Fantana blots it out during an argument with Zari. Zari confronts Diamond and is like, "Did you tell this lady this thing? Like, how does she know this thing?" And he's like, "Oh no, I didn't. Oh no, I didn't. Like, I don't know where she heard that from." Mind you, you are literally on camera in a scene telling this girl about it. So I can imagine the frustration and the anger that was in Zari when she watched that episode, knowing that he did, in fact, share that detail with Fantana and probably even more about her that we are not aware of. So let's call it anything. You know what you did to annoy Zari and in that moment to make that social media post. Do I believe that people should air their dirty laundries on social media when they're trying to get at the other person? No, but that is how she chose to react in that moment, and I can't really fault her too much on that because at the end of the day, she was upset. Not saying regardless, I'm not saying that it was the right thing to do, but she was upset, and that's the truth. And I can understand why she would be upset with that whole situation. So, Diamond, you are not the victim here. Well, I would love to meet up with Zari's husband because I hate the way how people trying to make it look like me. I'm envying, I'm a jealous person. No, no, no. Well, the way you are taking slight jabs at them, saying, "Oh, if you were invited to the wedding, you would have bought them a house to even celebrate them," like those are snarky comments, and those are comments that give you are kind of bothered about the whole situation. So again, Diamond, let's be honest with our feelings. You call me jealous on something that you can get it if you want it. Oh, even Naked had to drink his drink. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Whoa. What does that mean? Are they still messing around? Like, even as she's married or even when she was engaged? I don't want to believe so. Like, Zari doesn't give me that vibe. I would really hope that they are not messing around or we're not messing around even when she was seeing the guy that she is currently married to. Yikes. What does that mean, Diamond? Oh,
If I want my family back, I can have it.
really?
If I want her back, I can have her back. It's just a matter of me doing this.
Oh, Zari will be pissed to hear that. And you're wondering why she's upset with you. Oh, that's definitely gonna piss her off when she sees that. I can tell you there's gonna be a part two of that rage, that online rage. We're probably gonna see a post tonight from Zari. That's insane.
Been a few days since the wedding, and so much went down. I'm expecting my girl Katie because she was on the floor. I don't know if Annie is extremely happy for me. I don't know where Annie is taking this.
Well, at least Zari knows to tread cautiously when it comes to Annie, so as long as they both know where they both are at, let's see how that goes with them. So Fantana and Annie are meeting up to catch up from the wedding. Let's see how this goes. I didn't even know these two even conversed together. Why was she recording Fantana when she was coming in? I don't know. Annie sometimes gives me pick me vibes. Like she can be very weird sometimes. I don't know. Her personality is just very interesting. Like, why was she doing that? Is it me or is there something slightly off with Annie this episode? Like, she's just very jumpy and fidgety. It's like, girl, calm down. Like, calm down. She's just always jumpy. Oh, has she always been like this and I just never really noticed? She's just a bit too much this season. So Nadia is meeting up with the new girl, Kelfiwe, to kind of give her information on what she needs to move with this group, like all the heads up and everything. I also just realized that Kanye is not here. Like, I haven't seen Kanye so far this season. Is she no longer in this cast, or will she be coming eventually later on in the season? It's very interesting because Kanye was also one of the what's it called? She was a part of the original cast, so it's very weird not seeing her in this season. However, to be honest, she's not really missed that much. Like, I didn't really think about her until now, so let's see if she's gonna make an appearance in this season. But so far, we haven't seen her. But at the same time, so far, the episode has been interesting. So I guess we can survive without Kanye being in the mix of things.
So to give you a backstory about this specific clique, Annie and Zari have all.
What is always up? Okay, like I said, I love Nadia, but what is always up with her wigs? I'm not a wig girl, so don't come for me. I really don't know much about wigs, but what I do know is that wigs should not be looking like that. What is going on in Nadia's hair? Like, we need to get to the bottom of that. First of all, the color looks horrible, and second of all, the edges look horrible. Nothing is blended properly in this wig. This wig is crying for help. This wig is in dire need of hydration. This wig is not it. Nadia, please. Yeah, you can do so much better. This is not it.
When Swanky and I had that issue, everybody thought Swanky was right and I was wrong.
Nobody did.
Like she made it.
I don't think anybody necessarily thought that way. I just feel like Annie wasn't around for the majority of last season because obviously she was dealing with stuff with her family. Was that last season? Am I mixing seasons up now? Yeah, that was last season. Like, in the beginning of the season, she was dealing with stuff with um her husband too, Baba. So she wasn't present. Like, I remember even everyone was like, "Oh my God, have you heard from Annie? Have you heard from Annie?" and all those type of things. So I just feel like because of that, because she distanced herself from the group, obviously Swanky was the one that was around more. So everybody kind of had like a more concrete relationship with Swanky, and then when she comes back into the mix and clearly things are not going well with her and Swanky, it's like everybody still is gonna be around the person that has been there with them and has been showing that he's a friend to them more than her. So I just feel like that is probably what the case is. It's not necessarily them saying that she was wrong in the whole situation with her and Swanky. Is more so you distanced yourself from us last season, came when you wanted to come and film with us as you whenever you pleased on your own timing, and now you expect us to be loyal friends to you. Like that's not how this thing works. I personally feel like that's where everyone's reservations on Annie is coming from. It's not necessarily because they think that she was wrong.
You're being two-faced.
But you are also being two
So if
faced.
there was actually Annie's not my friend. Swanky's my friend.
That's
Annie doesn't like
right.
doesn't talk to me about her personal life. The person she
Exactly.
didn't talk to was Kanye, and she wouldn't even talk to Kanye about what was going on in her life. So
That's
the whole
exactly
situation
what
she
I
was
just
Swanky,
said.
expecting me to know. She was my friend. Annie, you're not my friend.
Exactly what I said. Exactly what I said.
Swanky lied to 191 countries all over the world.
What Swanky did. My daughter was bullied for it.
Ooh. Okay, that affecting her kid's life is actually sad. I don't like to hear that, at the end of the day. Um, yeah, I can see how that would infuriate her. Then this is more reason why her and Swanky clearly need to get to the bottom of things and really resolve their issues rather than just putting paint all over it and painting it all beautiful even though there are cracks within the friendship. Like they need to have a genuine conversation, scream it out, yell it out, scream at each other, yell at each other, and get to a resolution, because this is horrible if it's starting to affect your kids and people are your child is being bullied for it and all that. Like it doesn't have to come to that, and that's just very unfortunate, honestly.
They want to beat him up in Lagos. He doesn't even know.
Oh.
Because so there's a lot that's going to unravel.
Hmm.
So
If there really isn't a voice note, then that was definitely horrible on Swanky's part. I'm waiting for the point where they address that, the two of them, and he should bring his proof. Like, if there is a voice note, can we hear the voice note? Let's see. Like, be vindicated. Bring that voice note, because at this point it's confusing. I don't know who to believe. Everybody is saying one thing and all that. One person is saying there's a voice note, another person is saying there's no voice note. What exactly is the truth? And are we going to get the truth? I don't know.
And I hope she knows that I'm going to repeat everything she's telling me back to Swanky.
I'm screaming. So Kelfiwe, the new girl, is setting up an event to kind of get to know the rest of the cast. Swanky is not going to be present because it seems like he has some travel issues or travel plan changes. So let's see how that whole situation goes.
she looks
What's
like
Annie
style
wearing in
and
this
fashion
confessional? This
yes.
is not it,
I gotta
man.
put some work into today's life.
Annie needs to get a stylist. Oh wait, she's beefing with her stylist. Never mind. That makes sense. That makes sense why her clothing these past few seasons have been crazy. That makes a lot of sense. No shade, but that makes sense.
And I'm at this point of not being able to pretend.
Because I know at the wedding I was like, you were being a witch. Because you acted like one.
So Annie basically is picking and choosing when she wants to address issues with people and when she wants to be fake. And when other people are not on that same timeline with her and are choosing to not be fake with her, all of a sudden now it's like, why are they not addressing me? Why are they not greeting me and all that? Like, Annie, please. The line is always shifting with you. Like double standards. And I hate when people have double standards when literally they'll be doing the exact same thing. They be doing the exact same thing. You came into Zari's wedding smiling and kicking in front of Nadia's face. 2 seconds later, you turn around and you're telling her she's a witch. Now the chick is not talking to you. She walks into this room and she's not greeting you, and you're like, oh, why is she not greeting me? This, da da da, and all that. And it's like, are you dumb? Like, are you just choosing to remember what you want to remember? Selective hearing, selective memory? Like, what is actually going on? You know what happened. You know why the girl is pissed at you. Why are you being fake?
This venue with Kifilo is actually your wedding venue. You can't even notice that. Not at Zari's wedding, it was a different venue.
Can you imagine?
So how did you find? Sorry.
Not her not realizing that she's in her exact same wedding venue when she made a big deal about Zari copying her wedding, or whether this was the same location that Zari was using for her wedding. Now you're actually in the actual venue that you used for your wedding and you can't even recognize it. Annie, I can't save you, girl. You're on your own. You're on your own. Swim.
Annie, what did you think of the wedding overall? Truly, honestly, if that's love, then I'm happy for her.
Ah, what does that mean?
That's love.
I feel like most of the things that you say are negative.
Get
What
her,
does that mean,
Nadia.
Nadia? You told me, you said it.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, everything that comes out your mouth is toxicity, it's venom.
Oh,
Pretend
wait.
not to.
Did I miss something? Like, is Annie actually okay? What do you mean that she's looking for troubles when there is actually nothing? You started this. You attacked the girl verbally during Zari's wedding. Now the girl is on your same time, and now you're
What is wrong with you? This is this and that. That and this.
like, what is going on? Does Annie have selective memory? Like, what is actually going on? Or was she intoxicated the night before? Because what are you trying to do? You are the one that is looking stupid.
Stop moving around like you're this mother that needs to be respected. You're not an elder, babes.
Right.
Bye.
Yeah, leave.
Stupid bitch. Fucking bitch. More madness is about to come.
Girl. Damn, that was a spicy ending. Feisty. Yeah. Nadia and Annie, there's a lot to unpack there. But whew, that was an interesting intro. That was an amazing way to begin the season. You know, the girlies are back, the boys are back to play. I'm excited to review this show and I look forward to the next couple of episodes. I will try to be very consistent with the reviews because I think all the episodes are already out, so it's not like Love is Blind where you have to wait every week for new episodes. So I will try to review this show as quickly as possible. Overall, this was a very, very entertaining episode. I am literally excited right now. I don't know if you can tell. Like, I cannot wait to review the remaining episodes. One thing about Young, Famous, and African, they're gonna give you drama, and I am here, well seated for all the drama that they have in store for us. Overall, I'll give this episode maybe a solid A minus. It was actually really, really, really good, and very chaotic, very entertaining. Zari's wedding with her husband. I wish them all the best and everything. Um, yeah, that's all I have to say. Like, it really just was a very explosive introduction, explosive episode, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next episode. Comment down below what you guys thought about this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and please subscribe to the channel because we're on our way to 500 subscribers. And all your support and all your love would mean a lot to me. That's all I have for you guys now, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.